Look at this guy. You've got to interview this guy. He's the funniest man in Wokingham.
Excuse me, can I take a picture?
Of course you can. How we doing, mate?
It's me in it.
Yeah. He's making a video.
How you doing?
Come on. Come on.
I was just saying you're the funniest man in Wokingham.
Oh,
He once charged me £30 to get him a keys cut for a car. £30.
£30?
And he kept a straight face when he did it.
That is a lot of money.
Take it easy, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi guys, Tappy, I hope you're all keeping well. Something a bit different on the channel today. So, if we didn't have the Countach, we'd probably never have had the Aventador, right? And if we didn't have things like the F40 and the F50, would we have had the LaFerrari? And if we didn't have cars like this, would we have ever had cars like the wonderful Maybach, which you can get quite cheaply now? Yeah, awesome car for you on the channel this week. It is a 280 from back in the day, 50 years old. This thing is absolutely lovely. We're going to chat to the owner a bit, have a bit of a drive around in it, see what it's all about. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello.
So, Mr. GVR,
Yes, sir.
we're in a Merc,
We are indeed. We are in an old Merc.
an old Merc. So tell us exactly what we're in.
It's a 1971 Horizon Blue 280S. With a
Horizon Blue
2.8 straight 6, if you don't mind.
Okay, sorry for interrupting. I have to say, it looks the part. You could say what might be known in the trade as a bit of a pimp mobile.
Yes. Well, that suits my my day role, so that's
Excellent.
wonderful.
So we won't go into that on this video. Maybe save that one for another day.
That is for, if you click up here, you can see a link to that.
Okay. So I think the big question is why?
Well, I think I will rebuff that with a why not?
Well, that's good. Why not? You've always been after an old Merc, right? I mean,
Yes.
I've been chatting to you for quite some time.
Yes.
And this one obviously came along, and you decided it was the right one to go for.
Yes. Why? I mean, yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, you only live once, don't you? If you're going to have an old car, and then
Yeah.
who cares?
So when you got it, we'll take a look around the outside of this car in a bit, just have a little walk around. But for those of you watching the video, all three of you, in this case, you might notice that I'm sat on the right hand side of the car and not driving. So you'd look at this and you'd think, well, it's obviously a German Mercedes, right? But not quite.
No,
right?
no. She's spent her life in the US of A, in sunny California. Recently imported to the UK about 18 months ago, and since then some poor fool spent a fortune on a gearbox,
Right.
and various other trinkets underneath to keep the thing mechanically sound, but because of its life in California,
Yeah.
body decent shape, chrome good shape, some of the interior's taken a hammering because of the sun in California, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
So cooks the wood and the some of the interior parts, but otherwise she's in good order.
Oh, good stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the things, right? Mercs, old Mercs, I've seen quite a few on the road, they do suffer from rust quite a bit, right? So this one's obviously not going to be too bad, right? Being in California.
Pretty good. Surface rust, yes, but anything more serious than that, not really.
So, a little unknown fact about this car. If you want to put fuel into it, which you obviously need to, it being a car and all that,
Yes.
there's no visible fuel cap.
No.
I haven't seen one.
It's impossible.
So what's happening here? What's the mystery?
You need to use power of magic.
Okay.
Voila!
Oh, look at that hidden in there. Who'd have thunk it? Why have they done that? I guess to keep the lines nice, right?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Lovely. Right. So Things you've had to do today. You touched on the gearbox.
Yeah, so
That sounds pricey.
Yeah, so that was
Hard to get bits?
That was previous owner had that big expense. Since then, all I've done is very minor sort of mechanical stuff. Spark plugs, HT leads, rotor arm, oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, just for peace of mind more than anything. But nothing really major mechanical.
And I've got to say, being out in it right now, it runs like an absolute peach, right? I mean,
it's not too shabby.
The thing that really struck me when I got in this car is just the size of the thing, right? It's like being in an old train carriage. The seat, similar upholstery, nice and bouncy.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be quite so bouncy, but no, it's actually easy to drive. It's automatic, it's power steering. Yeah, it's a joy to drive. I think less than 50 miles an hour, it's okay. Past that, you've got to be...
It's not a car for hammering around, then, is it? It's even like my E320. It's just a car that you cruise in. It's a gentleman. You take it nice and easy.
Yeah, I think the 14-inch wheels and whatever the profile tyre is, it must be.
I think 300.
I think it's actually
at least
65 or 75. So there's quite a lot of let's say squelch.
Yeah. But that's what you want in this car.
Yeah.
Well, you want it to soak up all the bumps, and it does that beautifully. I think, looking around, you can see the interior's definitely been in the sun a little bit, but it's in wonderful condition, isn't it? And I've got to say, when I first saw this, when this first rocked up, I had to double take. It's got that much road presence, hasn't it?
Well,
I think it's phenomenal.
The colour, the chrome, and the white walls, from a 10-yard stare, it's got a good look, definitely.
Yeah. So, do you mind talking about financials at all? Because people are going to want to know what something like this can be picked up for,
You can talk financials if you like.
So, what did you get it for, if you don't mind my intrusion?
So £12,000 paid.
Seems like a bargain, really.
Yeah, I know. It's for £12,000 you can buy a brand new Kia something or other, I'm sure.
A Kia with all that road presence and pimpness, yeah?
What you're buying with this, I guess, is a potential pile of headaches. But yeah, it's to another man it's worth £7,000 as parts.
Yeah.
The next guy it's worth 25 grand. So I think it's about fair money, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, the thing is, hopefully this will continue to maybe creep up in value potentially if you look after it. And
I think as long as you don't have a shocker with a blown engine or a gearbox like the poor chap before me did, then why not? Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it stay the same?
Yeah.
I know from looking around at some of the parts that I wanted to replace on it, if you took it down to a parts level, it's worth about £1.6 million, I think. Each nut and bolt is...
So you were talking about the rear view mirror, for example. What would you be looking to spend to get one of those?
So rear view mirror, reconditions, not a brand new one, but just a sort of a factory fresh version, about £300, plus a £50 postage from the US of A.
That's insane, isn't it?
So yeah, things like that are fun. New cigarette lighter, £75, ashtray, £150. It's like...
So this car doesn't have any cup holders for a Mac?
No cup holders, which is poor for coffee drinking, but What it does make, what it loses out in cup holders, it makes up for ashtrays, three ashtrays.
3 ashtrays,
Which,
which suits your non-smoking habit perfectly.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think 2 in the back is an absolute minimum for any vehicle these days. So yeah, it's got nearly as many ashtrays as it has gears, which is not something you can always say about cars these days.
So there's definitely a fan group for these cars, right? Older Mercs, you see some absolute beauts on the road, concourse conditions. So, you know, if money was no sort of object for you,
Yeah.
what sort of old classic Merc would you be going for? Because there's some beautiful ones out there.
Well, I have to say the Mercedes range gives you everything, doesn't it? From 2-seater sports cars to 7-seater people carriers. And I can sort of find a love for each and every one of them for different reasons. But for me right now, this has got to be it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't be confused. Be confused.
It is. It does look very familiar in that.
I wonder if there's some subliminal marketing there that's made me buy this car.
I think it probably has, right?
Maybe.
So do you find that you're a bit less confused since buying this?
No, I'm a little bit more poor.
So the mystery noise that we've been hearing is nothing too bad actually. The engine's moving, right, and hitting the fan, so not bad at all.
Yeah,
not drive shaft.
Recently replaced engine mounts, has lifted the whole block up a couple of inches, and now fouls on the shroud.
Not bad then. Not too bad.
Diagnosed.
So GVR, any final messages for the viewers about this wonderful car?
I don't know what you would say.
Bye then.
By German? I don't know.
They do last. They do last. All right, cheers, bro. Okay, hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to GVR and his Magic Merc, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.